Hello, welcome back to Indigo Soul Yoga's YouTube channel. I'm Stephanie Epps, the owner. It's been some time since we have recorded any content and placed on our YouTube channel. If you take a peek around, you can see that we have relocated to a new space. So we've been under renovations and we just opened up last week, which was one of the reasons why our recorded content for our members and for the world at large was placed on hold. We are excited, my team and I, that you are back with us. Today's content, today's video is a focused, deep stretch for the hips. It's going to work on the piriformis, the IT bands, okay? So if you will, get your yoga mat. If you don't have a yoga mat, you can get a blanket, you can get a large towel. Also, you're welcome to grab 2 blocks. If you don't have any blocks, feel free to get some sturdy Tupperware, or you can stack some books. And lastly, if you want to get a blanket for cushion for your knee, or if you have some knee pads at home or extra towels. Get those things and come on back. Welcome back. I hope that you were able to grab your items that you will be utilizing for today's focused hip deep stretch. I have my blanket here, and what I'm going to do is just scoot forward, just shifting forward, lifting up my tailbone, and slide my blanket underneath my glutes, underneath my bum. You're welcome to do the same. This is a really great opportunity to relieve the lower back, to relieve the hips if they're feeling kind of tight today, a little bit uncomfortable. So blanket, towel, shift forward, slide it underneath you. Another option also, if you have your cushion, you can place it under your glutes, or you can take a block or those sturdy Tupperware containers or your books. So I'm sitting here in Sukhasana, easy pose, crisscross applesauce. Let's take a big breath in, sigh it out. Let's do that 4 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale. Inhale. Let it go. Once more for good measure. Inhale. Sigh it out. Relax your shoulders from your ears. Allow yourself to take a brief body scan from the crown of your head all the way down to the soles of your feet, tips of your toes. You can soften your eyes or find a place to rest your gaze upon. Gentle breaths, your organic breath today. If there are any squeezing places, tight places, a little bit of discomfort, energetically send your breath there. Your mind is strong, your breath is powerful. Allow yourself to soften, to relax. If you're sitting in a cross-legged seat and you need a little bit more support to find that sweet spot for you, feel free to take your blocks, your cushions, your towels, your books underneath your thighs, and that will relieve some tension that you might experience into your hips. Let's take about 4 more breaths here. In through the nose, out through the nose. If you placed blocks underneath your thighs, go ahead and lift your thighs up. Your hands can support your thighs, lifting them up. Guide your blocks, your supportive props to the side. We're going to go ahead and bring our feet down to our mat and heel to our feet out wide. From here, hands can rest next to your body, fingertips facing forward, or your wrist can be forward and your fingertips facing behind you. So let your scapula come together, your chest lifting slightly. Option to take blocks under your hands as well. Take an inhale. Exhale, let your knees fall together. Nice stretch into your hips, inner and outer. Let's take about 10 breaths here. Eyes closed, your eyes soft. Maybe you notice as you breathe, as you sit, that as you find expansion and length in your hips, you also are finding some openness with the slight back bend. Openness into your chest and of your spine. You can also do this in a reclined space, lying down on your back. Give yourself 3 or 4 more breaths. One more. Inhale, rise back up, hands rotate forward if they were at 180 degrees. Let your thighs, your knees part away from each other. From here, we're going to find our way into butterfly Baddha Konasana, bound angle. So go ahead and bring that lateral outer portions of your legs down to your mat, soles of your feet together. I am still sitting on my blanket. You're welcome to continue to sit on yours or slide to the side. All right. If you want to use our blocks, our cushions, our towels, we can place them under our thighs. And remember, if you're using your block has 3 heights, okay? We have level 1, level 2, level 3. And depending on what posture or what asana that you are working on, sitting in, moving through, you may need your block at a different height. I'm on level 1 right now. So you decide how much effort you want to exert into your hips and downward, okay? If you want a little bit more, begin to press one foot into the other. And as you find that energy between your feet, is it possible for your thighs, your knees to come a little closer towards your mat, towards your towel? Press your sacrum, your tailbone down. Begin to activate your pelvic floor. Okay. So let's zip up the lower body, all right? Tone your belly, shoulders down and back. Option for your hands to rest on your shins, anterior front of your legs. If you want a little bit more, you can bind your hands together and guide your hands under the tops of your feet. Let's take about 5 deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. One more. Option to stay here with hands around your feet or hands on your thighs or your shins. Third option is to release your hands to the top of your mat. Pads of your fingers, all 10 finger pads are down. Continue to draw your shoulder blades together. Nice and tall on the inhale. Exhale, begin to hinge, fold forward, attempting to keep your spine long if that's okay in your body. Walking your fingers forward. If your body is asking for a little bit more ease, more softness, Feel free to round your spine chin to chest, okay? Another option is you can grab a big pillow or bolster and let it rest on your feet so that your torso, your chest can have some support and find more softness and ease. You decide what feels right in your body today. Another option as you walk forward, your forearms can come down to your mat, to your towel, or to some additional blocks, books, or cushions. If you are exerting more effort, press the palms down, press into the forearms, draw your shoulder blades down and back. As you find the openness in your hips, you'll continue to find length in your spine, double stretch. The longer you sit, the more your body will flower and bloom. The more openness and space you will find. Receive about 8 to 10 more breaths. And you're always welcome to stay longer if your body would like to do so. As you inhale, begin to walk your hands back towards your feet, towards your shins. Begin to roll up one vertebra at a time. Crown of your head rising last. Lengthen your legs down to the top of your mat. Let's make some circles with our feet, stretching out our toes. At any point, you're welcome to place blocks, cushions, towels under the backs of your legs, under your knees for support to relieve any tension or tightness that you might be experiencing. Let's take those foot circles in the opposite direction. Three more rotations wherever you are. Lay your legs, relax. Press your right leg down. Begin to bend your left leg. Bring the sole of your left foot on your mat. So the inner portion of your left foot is going to line up with the inner portion of your right knee or your right thigh. So walk your leg back if you can. Press, heel down, sole of your foot down. Clasp your hands together below your left knee. Hug your elbows towards the center line. Nice and tall. Eight breaths. In through your nose, out through your nose. My right leg is very active, so that I find to stretch into my shin, into my quadricep. Toes are reaching back. If that extra energy is a little bit much in your body, feel free to relax your right leg. Bring forth more ease, more softness. 2 more breaths. So now you're going to cross your left foot over your right thigh. So we're crossing over. So you'll notice a change here. So from your hip going down the outer portion of your thigh. There's more space, there's more of a stretch, more length. Option, hands are clasped below your knee, elbows hugging in. See how that feels, okay? Second option, your right arm can come below your left knee. Inhale, left arm sweeps up, bicep to your ear. Exhale, take a back stroke, left hand behind you. Hugging your scapula, shoulder blades together. You can look over your left shoulder or your gaze can be forward. Notice if your left hip begins to lift up and you shift over. And so we want to anchor it back down. Maybe we roll up our blanket, our towel a little bit more to give us that support that we need. Take about 8 to 10 breaths here. If it's possible, on your inhale, try to get a little bit taller, just reach up. On your exhale, if it's possible, twist a touch deeper. Attempting to find that sweet spot for you. Inhale, we're going to rotate your torso forward. Stay on the exhale. Inhale, left arm reaches back up to the sky. Exhale, bring that left hand down. Release your right arm down. Inhale, left knee into your chest. Exhale, take it down. Reset. Right leg bends. Right foot resting on your mat, lining up the inner portion of your left knee or your left thigh. Walk your left foot back if you can. Clasp your hands, press that left foot down, press that right foot down. Nice and tall. Four more breaths. If you're beginning to round or collapse, reset, take a break, come back, nice and tall, press down, lift up. 2 more breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, relax your hands, relax your spine. We're going to cross the right foot over our left thigh. So we lift up, cross it over. Options, hands bind below your knee. Or left arm wraps around your leg below your knee. Inhale, right arm reaching up. Exhale, take your back stroke. Right hand behind you. Option, looking over your shoulder or let your gaze be forward. You decide what feels good into your neck. If looking over your shoulder is painful, let your gaze be forward. 8 to 10 breaths. Inhale, you lengthen. Exhale, you twist. Two more breaths. Inhale, gaze is forward, torso is forward. Stay on the exhale. Inhale, right arm reaches up, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, take your hands down. Release that bind. Right leg lifts up. Exhale, take it down. You can bend your thighs, wind sharpen your feet, your legs, side to side. We're gonna prepare to recline onto our mat now. So go ahead and take your blocks to the side. If your blanket is underneath you, lift your hips up, slide it to the side. Okay. Preparing to lie back. I have my blanket here for a little extra support for my spine, for my hips. If you know that's something that you would like, that you would need, go ahead and place your blanket behind you. Feel free to fold it up and have more cushion in the area that you need. Lumbar, spine, thoracic, into the shoulders. So we're lying back. Blocks nearby, of course, we're gonna lay back. Walk your feet out wide. Same thing we did when we were sitting. Draw your knees together. Arms out wide like a T. Close your eyes. Ask yourself, do you find more comfort in your stretch when you are lying back or when you're in a seat? What gives you what you need? Exhale, let your knees part. Walk your legs towards each other, feet lining up with your glutes, toes pointed forward. Your arms can continue to be out wide, or you may use your arms for support. You're gonna lift your right leg towards your chest, cross the right foot over your left thigh, recline figure four. This is a great alternative to half pigeon. You can also do this posture on the wall with your left foot on the wall. Option to take your right hand to your right thigh and press your thigh open away from you, finding a little bit more stretch into your glute, your hamstring. I am flexing my toes, dorsiflexing toes towards my shin. Gives me a little bit more stretch. You can do the same, or you can choose to plantar flex, toes down, or relax your foot. You decide how much you need in your body, what feels right for you. Option to stay with your left foot on your mat, or if you're on the wall, with your foot on the wall. Next option, we're gonna lift our left foot, hands clasped, right hand inside the bind, left hand outside, hands clasping together behind our left thigh. Shoulders are down. Option to straighten your left foot towards the ceiling. My left leg is active, toes are reaching back. But of course, you have the option, relax your feet. You can always take a strap or a band under the sole of your left foot. If you're imagining what that looks like, so the strap's under your foot or the towel, you have one end of the strap in either hand, and we're providing a little bit of support and length here. Okay. 4 more breaths. One more inhale. Exhale, bend your left leg. Take your left leg back down to your mat. Uncross your right leg. Windshield wiper knees side to side. If you're at the wall, you can do the same thing. Feet on the wall, shifting it out. Opposite side. Lifting your left leg. Left foot crosses over your thigh. You decide left foot is active or the more passive state. Left hand pressing your left thigh away. You decide how much pressure your body needs. Option to stay here or lift your right foot, hands behind under your right thigh. You can always straighten your right leg towards the ceiling. If you notice your tailbone begins to lift up, let's bring it back down. 8 to 10 reps. Exhale, bend your right leg, roll your right foot down, uncross your left from your right, knees sway side to side. If your blocks are nearby, you may want to grab them. Press your feet into your mat, lift your hips up, and guide your hips over to your right side. Lift your right leg, cross your right leg over your left, let your foot dangle. Block is nearby. Place that block outside the left portion of your mat on whatever height you prefer. You can always use a cushion or a blanket or a towel. Or if you don't need a block or a prop, don't use it. As you exhale, we're going to lower our legs towards the earth, towards your mat. Block is there for support. Shoulder blades are down, arms out like a T, or you can goal post your arms at a right angle, 90 degrees. Option to look up or over your right shoulder. You can stay here or bring your left hand to press onto your right thigh. If you have a sandbag or a weighted blanket at home, you can also place that on the outer portion of your thigh for a little bit more assistance, a little deeper stretch. More breaths. As you inhale, bring your head back to a neutral state. Release your left hand from your right thigh. Inhale, knees come back up through center, tailbone down. Exhale, uncross your right leg from your left. Once more, you can sway your knees side to side. When you're ready, knees come back up through center, soles of your feet, the bottoms of your feet are flat on your mat. Take your block, your cushion, your blanket, if you wanted to use it, to the opposite side. Press your feet down, lift your hips up, guide your hips over to your left. Go ahead and cross left leg over right. Inhale. Exhale, knees begin to relax over towards your right side. Nice stretch into your lower back, into the obliques. Arms at a right angle or extended out. Option to look up or over your shoulder. If your arms were as a T prior, bend your arms and see what that feels like, and vice versa. Option to stay here or bring your hand to your thigh or your weighted blanket for a deeper stretch for more length. Eight to 10 breaths. If your shoulders begin to kind of lift up, bring it back down. Three more breaths. Exhale, release your right hand down. Inhale, knees up through the center. Exhale, uncross your left leg from your right. Bring your hands to rest on your lower abdomen. Knees sway side to side. Knees back up through center. We're going to take one more posture before we close out our practice. Finding our way into happy baby. Lift your feet off your mat. Option to take your hands under your thighs to assist to lift your legs. So we're going to try to get our knees towards our underarms or axilla and the bottoms of our feet, the soles of our feet, to face the ceiling or the sky. So we're going to guide our legs apart. Option to bring our hands outside our thighs to the posterior back of your thighs. If that's okay, stay here. If you have a little bit space, hands to the backs of your calves. Notice if your tailbone begins to lift up and you're getting ready for plow pose or shoulder stand, want to keep your bum down. If there's space, hands come outside your feet. So 4 digits, 4 fingers on the bottom, thumbs anterior on top. Toes reaching towards your shin, hips open, tailbone down, scapula down. Shoulder blades, the wings of your back are down. 8 to 10 breaths here. Remember, you can always adjust the placement of your hands. One more inhale. Exhale, straighten your right leg out. If you can, let that right leg remain lengthened. Maybe it's bent a little bit, that's okay. And take your left leg out on your exhale. Option, hands behind your calves, hands behind your thighs. Feet relaxed or feet active. Bend your legs. Walk your hands down towards your legs, towards your thighs, closing your knees together. Rock side to side, or rock back and forth. Bring your feet back down to the mat. Take your legs down to the top of your mat. Or feel free to remain with bent legs. Hands resting on your lower belly or next to your body. Feel free to take cushions, blankets under your knees, or a blanket to cover your body as we take a brief moment for rest. You can close your eyes or let them be soft. Relax the space between your brows. Allow your lips to part. Shoulders soft. Relax your belly, your hips. Relax your thighs, your calves. Relax your feet. Permit yourself to breathe light, to breathe easy. Be soft. Take a big breath in. Exhale, let it go. One more time, big inhale. Exhale. Find organic movement, natural movement that feels right to you. Or feel free to stay in stillness. When you're ready, you're lying on your back. Bend your legs, bring your feet down to your mat. Roll over to one side. Let your arm be a pillow. Take about 2 or 3 breaths here in this fetal pose. And press your way up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands together at heart center, eyes soft. One more big breath in. Let it go. May peace be with you all. Thank you all for practicing with me with Indigo Soul Yoga. Have a peaceful day. Remember to like, share, subscribe this video, our channel, all the things. See y'all soon.